Hey guys, how's it going? So, over the past year, they keep breaking records for the amount of gun purchases in the United States. And with the way things have been and with all the imminent threats of gun control, I understand why. So, if you've been purchasing a large amount of guns, whatever that would be, but if you've been purchasing a large amount, according to the ATF or FBI, you may be under surveillance. And apparently they're keeping a list of people. So let's go over here, and I have breaking news. This is coming from AmmoLand, and this article comes from my friend John Crump. I'm going to leave a link to the article and his YouTube channel down there in the description. And right away when I read this, I'm like, yep, kind of something where we kind of knew something like this was going on all along. Leaked document shows ATF spying on gun buyers through NICS. Now this is the National Instant Check System that's supposed to be just a background check. This comes from the 4473 form, and it's supposed to be destroyed at the end of the night. At least that's what I thought, and that's been what most people thought the whole time. Well, maybe not quite so simple, unfortunately. So, according to AmmoLand, there's been a leaked ATF document. And the ATF can legally obtain information from the National Instant Criminal Background Check System, NICS, for civil or criminal enforcement. The monitoring of NICS isn't for prohibited people. No, that's what I'm talking about. The monitoring is maybe people like you that are watching right now. It is for monitoring people that are not prohibited from buying a firearm, but the ATF suspects might be committing a crime in the future. Minority Report? Someone buying too many guns in the ATF's or FBI's eyes could be placed on the list. The person being monitored will not be notified of the surveillance. The object of the monitoring is supposedly to catch people who are committing straw purchases or similar crimes. Now, this kind of goes through and outlines, and it gets really complicated. So make sure you go read this article after this video. According to 28 CFR, NICS keeps some records from a transaction for up to 10 years. This information includes the date, time of the sale, and the FFL information. The FBI destroys personal information from those still open requests, meaning you were never officially denied or approved, within 90 days. The article continues, our source inside the FBI report the data is deleted on day 88. If the sale is approved, the information will be destroyed within 24 hours of NICS request being returned. And that's where I had always heard too. They're supposed to, by federal law, destroy it within 24 hours. I guess that's for an approval. However, the FBI will keep the records of a denied sale forever. And they're notified, the ATF is notified of each denied sale, and those records are kept in the NICS referral database for the ATF to follow up on. Now, the ATF employee that initiates a NICS audit log request must list all legal violations they suspect the target is committing. They must also provide detailed information about why the suspect is under investigation. Now, this isn't an affidavit, so they don't have to swear to it from what I'm reading here, but it's in the similar type format. And the requester must email the form to the ATF NICS representative. Now, the NICS representative will review the request and decide to approve or deny the monitoring of NICS information on the target. Now, again, these targets are people that pass the background check, just are buying too many guns in the eyes of whatever special agent happens to be looking at the list. Then they will forward the information to the NICS section liaison specialist, whose only job is to forward the request to the NICS legal analysis team for review. Again, this is getting complicated. I had no idea there were this many branches of the ATF from within, but it ends up being a little bit more convoluted as we go on. The document says the requester can be a special agent, industry operations investigator, intelligence research specialist, intelligence analyst, etc. The NICS monitor is only supposed to be used for civil or criminal enforcement. IOIs are strictly prohibited from doing either enforcement activity. They are not on the law enforcement side of the ATF, they are on the industry side. So if the IOI suspects a criminal or civil violation, the investigator is supposed to fill out a suspicious activities report. Now, the IOI will then notify the ATF's Gun Crime Intelligence Center to state or local law enforcement. The IOI does not investigate crimes. It is unclear why they would need NICS monitoring capabilities, as that falls outside anything they would ever need to complete their job. The ATF is strictly prohibited from using the annual inspection as a cover for a criminal or civil investigation. And these IOIs, their job is to make sure FFL's paperwork is filled out properly and to answer any questions they may have for the ATF. So what John Crump's finding interesting in here is, why are they the ones that are now going on and putting these requests in that would appear to have a law enforcement type surveillance, when that's actually not their job at all. And he does note at the end here that apparently some people in the ATF do not realize the ATF is made up of a regulatory side and a law enforcement division, or it could possibly just be an oversight of the person writing the document. So these instant background checks. It all makes sense now why they want universal background checks if this document's true. They want everything to go through a 4473, which we know are retained basically forever. Well, also NICS, which I thought if it was an approved sale, it all got deleted within 24 hours. Unless or until they suspect you're buying more guns than they think you should be buying, then you get propagated through a list, and you're going to be surveilled without you even having any knowledge of that. What are they going to do with that surveillance? I don't know. You guys can guess on that, but if it's with the ATF, probably nothing good's going to come of this, in my opinion, especially not for people that are passing these background checks. Look, background checks, universal background checks. This leads to registration. Registration has always, anywhere where it's been implemented, led to confiscation, and they may be surveilling you right now and adding you on a list because, in their opinion, you've bought too many firearms. All right, we'll see what more comes of this. I know John Crump's on it. It looks like Gun Owners of America is going to be doing more FOIA requests. All right, thanks for watching, and have a good one.